If you're over 40, 50, 60, or 70, I see you, and you want to feel fresh and confident and radiant without chasing trends and doing anything that doesn't feel like you, stick around because this is for you. Today, I'll be talking about 10 fashion mistakes that make you look much older than you actually are and what to do instead. Hi, I'm Alice. I'm an artist and interior designer, and I've studied color psychology for years. So many of you commented on my last video and you loved the ChatGPT prompt for color analysis. So today we're gonna go even deeper. This one is based on your hair and on your eye color, and it works especially well if your coloring has changed over the years. All you need to do is take a selfie in natural light without any makeup or just with minimal makeup. By the way, I changed my hairstyle. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Okay, so once you have your photo, upload it into ChatGPT, and it doesn't matter if you have a paid version or a free one, the free version is gonna work just as well. And then paste this prompt. Let's go. Please act as a professional personal stylist who specializes in working with women over, and you can say 40, 50, let's say 50 right now, based on my hair color, eye color, and age. Please analyze my likely undertone, warm, cool, or neutral, and suggest my best seasonal color palette, spring, summer, autumn, or winter. Then recommend clothing colors that will make my skin look radiant, my eyes more vibrant, and my overall appearance more polished and elegant. Include outfit ideas for everyday wear and special occasions. Prioritize colors that flatter silver or graying hair, soften facial contrast, and enhance natural beauty without relying on trends. Please explain why each suggestion works for someone my age and coloring and what to avoid. Keep the advice timeless, gentle, and confidence boosting. All right, so this advanced version is designed to help you receive highly tailored advice. And it's even better than most in-person consultations. And of course, it's completely free. Alright, so now let's dive into our color fashion mistakes. The one that I see most often is the most common one. Mistake number 1, wearing the wrong neutrals for your skin tone. So this mistake alone can instantly drain your glow, even if your outfit is perfectly styled. Neutral tones seem very safe, but even if you're wearing beige or taupe or gray, that's too close to your skin or hair color, it will blend you into the background. So skin loses natural contrast as we age, so you need your clothes to bring it back. So the wrong kind of neutrals can make you look invisible, but the right ones add subtle radiance without being overpowering. So instead of washed out neutrals, choose contrast building shades. For example, choose camel instead of beige, ivory instead of white. Choose rose beige or blush pink instead of flat gray. Also, consider your undertones. So now you know if you have a cool or warm undertone after you did the whole prompt with ChatGPT or Claude. So now, if you have a cool undertone, go for neutrals that have a little bit of pink, blue, or gray in them. And if you have warm tones, go for neutrals that have a yellow or golden base. One of my clients actually said that she had no idea that wearing beige was actually making her look tired until she started wearing camel. It really makes a difference. Okay, so try this. Take 2 scarves or 2 blouses in beige and camel. Hold them up near your face in natural light. If your eyes pop more in one particular color, that's your color. Look for whites of the eye, cheek color, and whether the tone softens your features or sharpens them. Now, a bonus tip is to pair your new neutrals with a lipstick that brings life to those neutrals, such as soft coral. It just instantly adds life. Now, our mistake number 2 is relying on outdated florals. Now, many women turn to florals thinking they're very soft, very feminine, and timeless. But the wrong florals can actually add years to your appearance. So the brain processes overly cluttered prints as visual noise, and that clutter can really overwhelm your natural features, especially if the pattern and colors fight with your undertone or hair color. To fix that, Keep your florals fresh and intentional. For example, choose modern, simplified floral prints with open spacing. Avoid patterns with kind of muddy browns or yellows, especially muddy browns. Look for updated florals with a little bit of texture on navy, ivory, or just soft backgrounds. So florals really can be amazing. It's just they need to work with our skin undertone, our hair color, and our features. So here's a quick test. If someone saw you and remembered the print more than you, then that's not the right kind of print for you, right? Because it shouldn't be the main character. This is an easy alternative. Solid color blouses paired with floral accessories. It could be a floral scarf or even floral pants, which is not really an accessory, but it's best to always keep the prints away from your face. So I would go with your bottom half. Oh, floral skirts, floral pants, just keep them away from your face, especially if the print is more intense. That way, your features stay the focus. Now, mistake number 3 is choosing colors that are canceling your features. So have you ever worn something that just looked kind of off? It's probably because the color was clashing with your natural undertone, your hair color, or your eye color. Our eye color is like a built-in palette cue. If the color that you choose to wear is actually dulling your eye sparkle, or it blends into your skin too much, that's probably not the right fit. Now, to fix that, choose colors that are opposite or complementary to your natural eye and hair color. For example, blue eyes. Choose colors such as rust, bronze, navy, warm beige. That will make them pop. Green eyes. Plum is a beautiful color for you. Soft copper, deep green. Do you have brown eyes? Try teal, rosewood, emerald, soft gold. Do you have gray or silver hair? Try rich jewel tones such as sapphire, jade. They add energy. It's really not about choosing a loud contrast, it's about being intentional with the contrast, a soft contrast, but that really enhances your beauty and your features. If it's kind of hard to tell which color brings out your eyes, makes them sparkle, then just do this. Wear the different colors in natural light, take selfies, and then compare the two photos. When you compare these photos, it will be instantly noticeable to you. Look for the color that makes the whites of your eyes lighter, where your skin looks smoother and you have a kind of a lifted look. Now, our mistake number 4. Wearing all one texture. Now, this is the number 1 reason why monochrome outfits make you look flat or just tired. Monochrome can be chic for sure, but when everything is in the same texture, like knit on knit, cotton on cotton, the outfit just loses depth. Your brain gets bored of too much of the same thing. That visual sameness makes your entire silhouette feel heavy. There's an easy way to fix it. Just combine different textures. For example, linen plus silk, cashmere with denim, cotton with leather, matte with shiny. For this, you can try a soft beige palette. So for example, a cream knit sweater, you can wear silk pants and suede flats. It's all in one tone, but you have 3 different textures and it feels very luxury, elegant, and not lifeless. Using texture in monochrome outfits makes the outfits look so expensive. So even if you are wearing an outfit that's overall $30, the right combinations make a $30 outfit look like a $300 one. If you don't have enough textured pieces in your wardrobe, you can always use accessories to create this kind of texture contrast. If this has been helpful so far and you've learned something new about colors or textures, could you please give this video a like? It really helps this channel and it lets me know to make more of these kind of videos. Now let's go with our mistake number 5, wearing long, droopy cardigans. They might feel cozy, but oversized, shapeless cardigans are one of the fastest ways to look like you've disappeared into your outfit. Clothing that hangs loosely with no structure, it visually kind of melts into your posture and pulls the eye downward. So as we age, our posture and silhouette need a little bit more support than that. And we can do that using smart structure. For example, if you have a really long cardigan, wrap it with a belt just below the bust for a very flattering line and long legs. You can also wear soft blazers in stretch fabrics with some shoulder definition that are not too long. Try this. Stand in front of a mirror in your baggy cardigan, then switch to a belted version or just put a belt on it and watch what happens to your waist and your shoulders and your confidence. If you want to add a little bit more personality to this outfit, you can pin some kind of a pin, a brooch, or just wear a necklace. It's gonna be drawing the eye upward while adding personality to your outfit. Mistake number 6 is wearing the wrong kind of whites and blacks. They can age you fast if worn near your face. Now, black and white is not exactly one size fits all. Jet black can create shadows and just exaggerate skin texture. The same thing with pure white. It can look very clinical and very harsh, especially on soft skin or with silver hair. To fix it, simply choose warmer versions of white. For example, ivory or cream, butter white, or soft blush. Replace black with deep navy. It's such an elegant color. Or charcoal, or espresso, or even pine green. Here's a fun test. Try it for yourself. Wear something deep navy and wear something in black. Take selfies in natural light wearing both pieces and then just compare. See how your features respond. Often you will notice the lighter contrast creates instant harmony with your features. Now, mistake number 7 is wearing leggings. Especially shiny leggings. Now, why especially shiny leggings? Because these reflect light exactly where you don't want it and draw attention to every line and lump. As we age, skin texture becomes more noticeable, especially in strong lighting. So shiny synthetic fabrics that are tight on our body highlight every contour. Now, to fix it, you can choose fabrics that are matte, not shiny. Matte finish pants in rich colors. Navy, chocolate, dark plum. You can go for textured fabrics that create this kind of softness instead of shine. Bonus, you can always go for higher waist just to elongate your legs and create a more smooth silhouette. You can also add a longer tunic or just a longer top with some interesting hemlines or side slits if you're wearing leggings that are shiny. That little detail will just break up the bulky leg line and just keep your look more graceful. Our mistake number 8 is no framing or no contrast at all near your face. Now, even flattering colors can fall flat if there's no energy near your features. So what I mean by that is that as we age, the natural contrast in our face fades. High necklines or pale tones with no makeup can really wash us out. So we need slight framing near our face to add life back. There's an easy fix to it. Just use accessories like earrings or necklaces or a scarf in your best color. You can also try lip tones like rosewood, soft plum, peachy coral. Add that warm, intense energy lipstick and the whole look is so much better because it's always good to frame your face with some kind of a gentle pop. Even if it's just one intentional element. For example, you're not feeling like you want to wear lipstick today. Let your accessories and neckline do the work. It's not about, adding sparkle. It's about adding that one focus near your face. Wearing elastic waist cropped pants. These may feel like a safe go-to, but they're actually also quietly cutting your legs in half. Add elastic bunching at the waist and you're just adding volume right where most of us want less volume. To fix it, choose full-length pants in soft, flowy fabrics. You can look for a flat front with elastic only in the back and try to match your pant color to your shoe for an elongated effect. Our final mistake is following old rules about color. rigid color systems are really outdated because they never considered personality, how you feel, and how you've changed over time. Gray hair, softer contrast, and even shifts in your energy and your vibrancy can all change what works best for you. Now, instead of following a certain chart, observe what happens in real light. Play in versions of your favorite color in different shades, and always look for colors that bring clarity to your eyes and your skin. Now, once I had a client that was labeled summer, but she always felt off in any kind of blush or dusty pink. So we tried soft coral, we tried teal instead, and suddenly she just looked alive. She was so happy. It just really needs to work with your energy. Now, here is a golden nugget for all of you who stayed till the end. This is what I always tell my clients. If you want to know if that specific color makes you look younger, don't look at your outfit, look at your eyes. When the color is right, your eyes will brighten, the whites around your eyes will look much brighter, there will be a certain clarity to them, your features will lift, and you will look well rested, energized, and just radiant. It's like the right color just brings you back into the picture, and you will see it. If you've learned something new today, hit that subscribe button. And if you have not seen this video about the 5 colors that make you look younger, I think this is the perfect next step after this one. So go ahead and I'll see you there.